second one. Preferably, half a yard, 2 feet at the most, but get behind the jack.
Who's coughing in the background?
Skip will very much appreciate it.
inches.
As a singles player, you're in command of the head.
What is this?
Sides now. Let me go for a closer ball.
That's a
with
good
this one.
roll.
What are you watching, Joe?
That's a good roll.
Very good.
Wow!
Better center line.
I think that's a key to it, center line.
This is the 2020
Target
World Indoor
minimal.
Bowls Championship, also known as
Red and
the
trouble.
2020 Bocce Ball Championships.
Bocce ball.
It is live on YouTube. It just was on the front page, so I clicked it.
Wow.
It is live right now. Mr. Royal versus No One Brett.
Whoa.
Doing his best with this.
Oh.
Good.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
a good roll. Not good enough.
Not gonna cut
Not
it.
gonna cut it. Red is
That's
still
intense.
closer. Unfortunate.
Wow. That's cool.
I'm
Have
not
you
go-
seen the professional tag?
Oh yeah, I've seen it like
Games.
once. That's
It's really fun to watch.
that's being dedicated as a kid to being
Exactly.
like, this is the best game. I don't think I could
I will
do
never
that.
stop playing this game.
I never want to stop
But it's so cool. They have all these.
touching my friends and
No.
running away.
It's all these obstacles, and it's like these incredibly athletic
Dude,
guys
it's
just
incredible.
running around.
They're so it's like two platforms.
It's like a
Isn't
ton
it
of
usually like
platforms.
two stories and they're like
Yeah.
they like fly around.
There's like a bunch of platforms and like monkey
Set,
bars
John.
everywhere, and like it looks like
3-1.
a very difficult
5-1.
like parkour
Doesn't
station.
really-
Yeah.
it's
And then you just have
very
two
tough.
guys, one chasing, one running
incredible.
away. And if the guy runs away and it doesn't get tagged for 20 seconds, then he's
That's it.
yeah,
It's nuts.
it's crazy.
It's really crazy.
It's very fun to watch.
Welcome
back, guys.
Welcome back.
Episode 18
Episode 18.
of Nothing Really.
Oh, that's a good roll. That's outrageous.
Why do you have sunglasses on, Joe?
Because my Amazon package just showed up.
That doesn't mean you have to wear sunglasses.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm very tired right now.
Are you hungover?
No, I'm actually not at all. I didn't have anything to drink last night
Cool.
except for one frozen marg with you and Victor.
And that
Great
did
time.
that was enough.
And
for you
that
to-
did it. That
Yeah.
set me over the edge.
You woke up after one frozen
No,
mark.
it's mainly just because my eyes probably look really just like red or something right now because I just woke up.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I slept right through my alarm.
It's like when Steve, during that one like episode where they're like apologizing about everything happening, he like has his sunglasses on. He just looks dead the whole time.
God, yeah, he
Man.
did not. Yeah, well,
Joe, what's
anyways,
wrong?
Nothing's wrong, Dave. What's up with you?
I had a lot of chips last night with you and Victor.
Yeah, that was fun.
at Uncle Julio's.
That was a good time.
Julio's.
I wonder how many chips they make a day.
I don't know. They're so thin.
They make so many chips.
Yeah.
Hold on,
They're,
I'll check.
do they just like? How do you make so many chips in a day? That's crazy. Do they like cut them up individually and bake them in an oven?
I don't think so.
They just order them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Easy way out from like Costco.
I'll do. I did. How many chips does Uncle Julio's make? But I'll do Mexican restaurants make.
Every day. How many chips are there in the world right now? But yeah, we had a lot of chips. It was good.
That was good. Okay, I was not able to find it, but I found something else that is somewhat interesting.
What'd you find?
I
I feel like that's every time you look for something
yeah.
on this show.
Yeah, kinda. I never find what I'm looking for. I'm not very good at that yet. We're getting there. Okay, hold on. First off, I'm gonna need to go to my channel playlists.
What's your password?
No.
Cool.
Okay. This is called Why Are Chips and Salsa Always Free at Mexican Restaurants?
Cool. I want to know.
I did some accounting for a Mexican restaurant, and this is what I learned. Do you know how the chips are made? Look at this picture. There's a picture of a bunch of tortillas in a pan.
Mm.
Now picture yourself cutting the stack of tortillas as if you were cutting a pizza. Then toss them into oil, fry them. It takes about 4 minutes for them to be on point. Then they would dry them and put some salt on them. While you might think they are free, they are actually not.
Ooh.
The price of the entree is calculated so it pays for the free appetizers.
Whoa.
So Uncle Julio's chips must be crazy expensive because of how much their entrees are. Aside from that, it is extremely cheap to make a whole lot of them. If I am not wrong, this restaurant wasn't super big. If I'm not wrong, this restaurant wasn't super big. It's located in Provo, Utah, but their gross earnings in the daily basis were around $1,500 on average.
Gross.
The owner spends on chips around $25 every day.
What?
That's a lot of money on chips.
That's
I feel like
not a lot of money on chips, Joe. Do you know how many chips they're getting for
that's
$25?
true for the amount of chips that they're giving out. Yeah, you're
That's
right. You're right.
amazing.
You're right.
Dang.
Customers could even ask for more if they wanted.
That's so great.
Sorry for the long explanation, he says. And then
Okay.
Kenny Mac.
Did he comment on this article?
Who?
Kenny Mac.
Did Kenny Mac comment on this article? Yes, he did. And he answered on November 27th, 2016. And
This is
Kenny
old news,
said,
Joe.
this is the only customary... this is only for customary for restaurants catering to a certain demographic. More expensive / sophisticated Mexican restaurants do not offer free chips and salsa. The free chips, free quote, free chips
Yeah.
and salsa are not free.
Right.
The price is factored into the food / drink prices. Pretty sure
He just
that's
repeated
what.
himself.
Yeah, pretty sure that's what Marvin originally said.
Yeah.
Kenny keeps
So-
going. The reasons a restaurant would offer seemingly free chips and salsa include the guest experience. Instead of risking guest dissatisfaction by having them wait 15 to 20 minutes or longer for their main entree,
True.
they offer chips and salsa to keep their guests engaged, or more time to drink. Alcohol has some of the highest margins of all time in the restaurant, so maybe time spent chatting over chips and salsa may equal more drinks.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
finally, the carbs. The chips are carb heavy, and this makes you hungrier, so you will eat more food. But I feel like that last one's kind of wrong.
I feel like the chips do make you want, because they're so easy to eat, and it makes you want to eat more. So then you're like, I'll just get a meal.
Do they make you want to? Yeah, I guess the chips will make you want to
They
eat
also-
more.
I feel
But
like they
eventually,
would
you're like, all
also
right, I'm full.
make you want to drink?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I cannot get full just off of tortilla chips alone.
Yeah. Well, good job, Kenny. Thank you, Kenny, for your wise answers. And Marvin,
Thank you, Kenny.
thank you. Marvin's name on Quora, which is the website, you know Quora?
Yeah.
His name is Marvin Escoto, comma, I love Mexican food.
Nice. So he just talks about Mexican food on Quora.
Yeah. Kenny's name is Kenny Mac, worked in the restaurants for years. Oh, not yet. Oh, nope.
Nice, Joe.
Nope.
So Uncle Julio's is not a sophisticated Mexican restaurant because they don't.
Well,
because they
apparently
give it
not.
for free,
I guess, according to Kenny.
according to Kenny.
According to Kenny, they're not good enough to make us pay for chips, but I'm fine with that.
Kenny-
Ugh.
Kenny should have a podcast called "According to Kenny."
Ooh, according to Kenny. It's kind of nice.
It's like alliteration, but not really.
It's kind of nice. I kind of like that.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it does. David, did you ever finish The Mandalorian?
I did.
Finally, goodness. It's been like 8 weeks. The people want to know what you thought, David.
I thought that the last episode was really great,
Okay.
and that The third episode was really great.
What about the second to last episode?
The second to last episode was really great. And then the other ones were fine.
Fillers. Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I
If
thought.
the whole show was like the last 2 episodes,
Yeah.
then that would have been awesome.
Yep.
And it's like, okay that it wasn't, but it's still like,
Yeah.
it's fine. But, I mean, the fillers are also okay because of how cool The Mandalorian is.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general.
Yeah, they weren't bad. They
Innately.
weren't offensive in any way. It was just like, this is kind of...
Slow and like, what's
Yeah.
happening? Why
This makes
are
no
we
sense why
taking
we're doing this.
30 minutes to just
Do whack
do this
things.
one thing? Yeah.
Also,
that episode where they have to go kill that really bad woman, and he gets this he gets hired by this kid, and it's his first job.
what?
Remember when they're on Tatooine and they're in the bar, and the kid is like, "Hey, I need you to, you're Mandalorian. I need you to help me. This is my first thing to get into the guild." And they go fight that girl.
What? What episode is that?
And they like use the land speeders, and she's like,
oh, that one.
sniping
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
She's sniping them, and then at the end, it's like a cliffhanger because someone's walking up to her.
Some people thought it was Boba, but I think it was just the guy at the end.
It's not Boba.
That's what I thought. Evan
it's
thinks
not-
it's Boba because it makes the same noise that Boba's like, and he has like the same spurs or something that Boba had or something.
Weird,
But I don't think it's Boba. I think it's.
but they never answered that. And I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
didn't.
are
I think it was
going
supposed to be
ever.
the guy at the end.
Oh.
And it's like, ooh, here's the big bad guy's first sight of them. But I don't know why he would just be there by himself. So it kind of makes more sense that it'd be Boba, to be honest. But I don't know. That was kind of whack.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I liked the guys jumping back to the end, the like black lightsaber.
Yeah, Black Lightsaber was cool.
That was really cool.
I told you that the lady that did the first half of the last episodes, so like, or the second to last episode
Yeah.
and the third episode,
She
She
did
did
doing
the whole Obi-Wan thing.
Obi-Wan. I'm excited for that. I have to blow my nose.
Yeah, I am excited for that as well. Okay, David's gonna go blow his nose. So it's just me and you guys. What's new with you guys? Yeah, but Mandalorian 5 out of 10. Not offensive, not bad. You know, just middle of the pack. It is what it is. I don't know, what would you give it? Maybe it may be a light 6. Just because there are a few good episodes, and there's not really any bad episodes. Actually, there's like one episode that kind of sucked, which was the second episode.
I thought the second episode sucked too.
It's not good.
Yeah, and then
It's so like, why do we need this?
yeah, and then the whole like it didn't suck, but also it was kind of like, why do we need this whole thing?
Yeah.
The episode that
Well-
Bryce Dallas Howard directed.
Is that the one in the with the village?
Yeah, it's like the same
Yeah.
like Magnificent Seven story, which is like a Western stereotype. But
Yeah. The whole thing was like taking on Western stereotypes, but it was just like, why?
that one, it's like we've seen 5 movies of the same thing, and it like lasted 7 years, like a year.
Can I be honest? I think the show would have been great if they didn't set up the Baby Yoda thing. I think the show would have been awesome. Like, it'd be like the Lone Ranger, if you ever watched that back in the day. Or like something where it's just like, he's just like, yo, I go around and I help these people. But they set up this big, creepy Baby Yoda story. Not Baby Yoda's creepy, just like, what is going to happen with Baby Yoda, all this stuff, oh my gosh. And then they just never touch on it. And then he's just like, well, we got to hide. And then he goes, to hide, let's go to all of these bounty hunter places and take more jobs.
Yeah, it's like moving really slowly.
It's moving so slow. But if they didn't set up the Baby Yoda thing and they did all that stuff, then maybe it'd be fine. I'd think of it differently. But like the whole time I'm just like, he has bigger problems right now. Why is he doing this dumb thing?
You could literally watch the show, episode 1, 3, and then 7, 8, and be like, that was
yeah,
great.
I think you could. Yeah.
And not miss anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plot wise. Whoa.
That's my problem with it.
Big yawn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my big problem with it.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna go that slow, then have a way denser plot line and like have
Yeah.
subplots and more characters. But
Yeah.
if you're not gonna do that, then don't do that.
Yeah.
And like make people ask questions that get answered in the next episode or the
Yes,
one after
I
that.
agree. But like none of the episodes had anything to do with each other except for the fact that Baby Yoda was still there,
Yeah.
and it was just like, why?
And,
Why?
and it's like, should I be asking a question about the show or not? I'm not clear on that.
Yeah, it's not good.
But yeah, the last episode was great.
None of the episodes ended in a cliffhanger except for the second to last episode. So like all of them, you were like, the series could have ended, and you would been like, all right, I guess they're fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Overall, it's just whatever. You know what I saw for a second time recently? Was Joker. Saw it twice.
What'd you think of it the second time?
To be honest, I thought it was exactly the same.
Yeah.
I didn't think any different of it really. Like so many people were like, it's so much better the second time, and my roommates hadn't seen it, so we watched it, and I was just like,
Yep.
it's the same.
Yep, that's the same.
It didn't seem any different to me.
Yeah. It doesn't- yeah.
So I don't know. It is what it is.
Joaquin did great, but it was like, yep, this happened, then this happened, then that
Yeah,
happened,
he
and
did a
now it's
good
done.
job. But yeah, did you see all the Oscar things of everyone's super upset about the Oscars?
Well, they usually are upset about the Oscars, but why
Well,
are they this
there's
year?
a big outrage. Let me pull up the nominations.
They're always mad about the Oscars.
Yeah.
Like who got snubbed.
Yeah, like Uncut Gems got 0 nominations for
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, Adam Sandler did a real good job.
Yeah.
Give him something. Kind
Golden
of thing.
Globes, it was like, who lost tonight? Netflix lost.
Okay, Best Picture is the only one that I probably agree with. Best Picture is Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women. Don't know about that one, but I guess whatever.
Yes.
Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. I think, honestly, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, and potentially Jojo Rabbit could all win that. They're all really good.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to pick one to not win that out of those, I'd pick Jojo Rabbit, but I don't know.
I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's gonna win.
I think it could too. It was really good. Did you ever see it?
No.
It's good.
I almost did, but
Actor in a leading role: Leonardo DiCaprio, Adam Driver, Joaquin Phoenix, Antonio Banderas, and Jonathan Pryce.
go
the two
Leonardo
vote.
DiCaprio.
I'm hoping Leo wins that, or Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Adam Driver's just so good.
He totally should win for Marriage Story.
Yeah. Actress in a leading role: Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, Cynthia Erivo, Saoirse Ronan, Renee Zellweger, and Charlize Theron. For Charlize Theron's in there.
Saoirse Ronan's really good.
Actor in a supporting role: Tom Hanks for Beautiful Day in the
He's
Neighborhood.
supporting role.
Yeah.
As
Have you seen the movie?
no.
It's not about. It has to do with Mr. Rogers, but it's about another guy who goes to write about Mr. Rogers,
Yeah.
like a story, and Mr. Rogers just like changes his life or whatever.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, Anthony Hopkins again for The Two Popes, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt should win. I thought it was his best performance ever. He's so
He's
good.
been winning.
He's been killing it.
I know.
And I hope he wins that. He was so good. Actors in a supporting role: Laura Dern, Kathy Bates, Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, and Margot Robbie. I don't know
So
who to give
Scarlett
it to.
Johansson's getting
She's
nominated
nominated
for
twice. She's
twice.
for a supporting
Story
role
and
and
JoJo.
for a leading role.
That's awesome.
Um,
I hope she wins one then.
Animated feature film: How to Train Your Dragon, I Lost My Body, Claws, The Missing Link, and Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 is going to win that probably, but who knows? The other ones
They're
look.
probably gonna pick like I Lost My Body, and everyone's
Well,
gonna be
we'll
like,
see.
I didn't see that movie.
They're not going to pick They're not going to pick Missing Link. Hopefully, cinematography: The Irishman, Joker, The Lighthouse, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think The Lighthouse should win that.
I think 1917 is gonna win it.
I think, yeah, I could see 1917 winning. Have you seen it yet?
No.
I think The Lighthouse should win just because of how different it is and how special it is, I guess. So I kind of hope The Lighthouse wins. A lot of people are upset that The Last Black Man in San Francisco is not in there.
That was 2019.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not. I think it got snubbed of everything. Costume
Nope.
design: The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It's all the same movies.
I'd probably pick Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, it really is. Directing: The Irishman, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or Parasite.
Parasite or 1917 for directing.
I don't know. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood had some
Or
real good
Once Upon-
directing.
Yeah, or that Quentin. All of it.
Yeah. Quentin's just so good. Documentary: American Factory, For Sama, The Cave, Honeyland, and The Edge of Democracy.
What's the American Factory about?
I have no idea. The American Factory is in post-industrial Ohio. A Chinese billionaire opens a new factory in husk of an abandoned GM plant and hires 2,000 blue-collar Americans. Early days of hope and optimism give way to setback as high-tech China clashes with working-class America.
So it's about an American factory.
Who would have guessed? But yeah, a bunch of people are mad. I'm trying to see if there's any other ones. Makeup and Hairstyle, Maleficent, Bombshell, Joker, 1917, and Judy. A lot of people are mad that just like they snubbed a bunch of movies. Uncut Gems didn't have anything. Last Black Man in San Francisco didn't have anything. There was another big one that didn't have anything.
People are mad that J-Lo didn't get any.
J-Lo didn't get any
recognition.
for Hustlers. And then there was another big movie that Honey Boy didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Have
Have you seen Honey Boy?
No, I want to see it.
Me too. I have not seen it yet.
Peanut Butter Falcon didn't get anything.
What's that again?
Peanut Butter Falcon is the other movie that it was not directed by Shia LaBeouf, but he is in it, and I think you helped produce it or something. This kid with Down syndrome that lives in like a foster home or something, but he wants to be a wrestler, so he runs away from the foster home to be a wrestler, and he meets Shia LaBeouf, who's like a fisherman or something.
Whoa.
And Shia's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm going to wrestling camp, because he knows where wrestling camp is. And Shia's like, okay, I'll help you get there. And then on the way, he's like, you have to have a wrestling name. What it's going to be? And he's like, Peanut Butter Falcon. And he's like, okay.
Nice.
Um,
Peanut Butter Falcon. That's great.
Avengers Endgame is up for visual effects, as well as Star Wars.
Who do you think
And The
should win
Lion
that?
King and Irishman and 1917.
I think The Irishman
I don't.
or The Lion King should
I
win
think
that.
The Irishman. I don't want to say The Lion King.
Yeah, but despite it not being emotionally good at all, it looks incredible.
It does look pretty
Like
good. I guess.
groundbreakingly good.
Yeah. I guess The Lion. Well, no, I'd probably say The Irishman or 1917. 1917 has some cool shots in it. Some pretty cool cinematography things.
But that's not visual effects.
Yeah, no, there's
That's
like some cool
cinematography.
visual effects that they use.
Oh.
But
the de-aging in Irishman is really usually it's pretty good.
yeah, the de-aging in Irishman is pretty decent.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Writing is the only thing that Knives Out is up for,
Good for them.
which is unfortunate. I think Knives Out should be all over this thing. I'd give it to all of them. But Knives Out is up for writing, original screenplay.
That's kind of the only thing I thought that it would win.
Uh,
Because like think of all the other,
yeah, I know it's
categories.
unfortunate, but you
it's
know.
not really gonna like be big in visual.
Well, yeah, they
effects.
didn't really have a main. Well, I guess you could say Daniel Craig was a main actor, but he was more a supporting actor.
Yeah,
He was a supporting role to the main
it
character.
could be up for it could be up for movie of the year, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not though. Marriage Story is also up for original screenplay,
Nice.
which would make sense. 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. All of those movies
Once
are
Upon a-
actually very good and very well written, and I'd be down with all of them. I saw Parasite. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Made me sad because I was like, "We're gonna watch it," and then you're like, "Oh, I already saw that, dude."
Sorry, dude. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, everything Quentin writes is amazing.
Yeah, and it's just it's very well done.
I love his
and,
dialogue.
And again, I've told you this, and this isn't really a spoiler because whatever, I'll be very vague, but it has to do with like the Manson murders, and what's her name, Sharon Tate,
Yeah.
who was killed by
Spoilers.
one of Charles Manson's goons. That is Margot Robbie's character.
Right.
But Quentin.
That was not very vague.
Quentin. No, well, that's the actual thing that happened in history.
Right. Oh, they switch it?
But Quentin, he decided to throw a little twist
He
on
likes
the end of it.
History
And
fiction.
Historic. It's pretty great.
Nice.
And it just makes the ending pay off a lot more. Because if you know at all the actual story, the whole time you're just waiting. You're like, oh, we're going to watch her die
Whoa.
somehow.
And then they kill Hitler.
But then they kill Hitler instead.
Like, yay! Great.
Hitler ends up in Leonardo DiCaprio's neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they just kill him. And they're like, oh, well, there he is.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done now. No, that doesn't happen. But, yeah,
You've seen Inglourious Bastards, yes?
Mhm.
So good.
It is pretty good. I think it's overrated, to be honest.
I
But
think
it is good.
underrated.
Okay. I think the best scene is the very, very end when they carve the swastika into the guy's forehead.
There are so many good scenes in that movie.
Yeah, that was another great I love Brad Pitt.
I know.
He's so good,
That's
dude.
probably
He's just,
my favorite Brad Pitt character.
He's just so good in everything.
I know.
You know, he's good in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's good in Inglourious Bastards. He's good in Oceans.
Yeah, he's really good in Oceans.
Also, how do you get a better cast than the Oceans cast?
You don't.
God,
You don't.
the Oceans movies are so good.
Yeah, they are.
I need to rewatch them so badly. They're so good.
Yeah, I love those movies.
How'd they pull that off?
Where's our music? Not that. You need help, Joe?
No.
There we go. I feel like the podcast is happening now.
Yeah, but there's just a bunch of movies that seem like they got snubbed a little bit.
Yeah, well, we can't all win.
I think Adam Sandler should have been up for something. I think Uncut Gems is a good movie,
An instant classic.
and it should be. I feel like it should be up for something.
like a participation award. Uncut Gems.
Yeah, really.
Thanks for making a movie
But
this
the
year.
thing is, at the same time, like the movie itself isn't like a masterpiece. What are you doing?
I don't know. I just created a knot.
The movie itself is not a masterpiece. Like, there's nothing special
Then
about...
it shouldn't get an award.
Hold on. There's nothing special about the cinema... That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking right now out loud. There's nothing special about the cinematography, really.
Okay.
There's not much special with... I guess the only thing that it could potentially be up there for, other than Best Actor, is costume design.
Oh. Okay.
Because the costume design is really good. Obviously, the whole
Cool.
movie has to do with jewelers and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that. And I think costume design could be cool.
Yeah.
And I think it could have been up for that. It's not,
Yeah.
but it could have been, I think.
I don't like
Um,
that the Oscars, they like during commercial breaks, they'll be like, and award for editing, this one, and they'll give out like the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Lower-
they do that a lot. They did that for
That's annoying.
yeah, they do that for a lot of award shows. It's not just the Oscars.
Yeah.
They did that for the Game Awards too. They just be like, by the way, best game is this one. Here's a commercial. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
You're
they're
just like, cool.
people don't care about this as much, but it's like some people do.
Yeah, the people that won that award do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, whatever.
That's fine.
If they didn't do that, it'd be 6 hours long.
Yeah, it's true.
It's already 5.
It's already so long.
Yeah,
But just don't watch the red carpet. And then, actually, I didn't watch the Oscars last year.
I didn't. I don't remember. I don't think the Oscars has a host this year. This
They
is like the
don't.
first year without a host. or
No, they
something.
didn't have one last year either.
Oh, right. They didn't have one last year.
Kevin Hart was going to, and then he's like, no.
Right.
Or they were like, no.
Next year is supposed to be Amy Schumer and Tina Fey.
Why not just Tina Fey? Why not Amy Poehler and Tina Fey?
That's what I meant. Amy
Okay.
Poehler and Tina Fey.
That'd be great.
Yes, Amy
Amy
Poehler.
Schumer and Tina Fey. That's so weird.
Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
One of the funniest women in the world. One of the least funniest women in the world.
Suck it, Amy. Suck it, Amy. You're not funny.
What? She went to
Yeah.
Towson. Elliot goes to school with Amy. Just
Oh,
kidding.
it doesn't go there
He's out.
anymore.
Yeah.
We're at 30 minutes.
Whoa.
We've been cruising.
Any sports news?
All
Not really. The Super Bowl.
right, dude. Peace.
See ya.
Sports news. What sports news do we have?
We know who's in the Super Bowl. That's all.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Should I? Takes forever to switch to these songs.
Da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun. Da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun.
Hello and welcome back to Nothing Really Sports News.
Sports news. Nothing really.
Not much going on except Super Bowl is happening.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl has been confirmed this year, and the teams are the Chiefs and the 49ers. Good
49ers
job,
and
guys.
Chiefs. Super Bowl LIV.
Also, message to the NFL: if you need our address for the package for our VIP tickets with media backstage passes, please reach out. I recently moved, so the address that I sent you may be wrong. But please send us our NFL VIP media packages so that we can go to the Super Bowl
Give us all the swag we need
and
to come presentable.
interview Pat Mahomes. Thank you so much. It's very obvious the Lions still garbage
Trash
football team.
Not in the Super Bowl.
Awful team, not even in the Super Bowl.
They didn't even make it.
Didn't even make it. Garbage team. Thank you so much, everybody. All right.
And we're back.
That's thank you, Joe and David, so much for that. Okay, well, Dave,
Joe?
it's been a fun one,
Yeah.
and we're
Oscar talk.
that's exactly right. We talk about Oscar.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly right. Okay, well, I feel like there's a lot of lip smacking going on right now. Did you hear that? That was like you like that, and me like.
Gross.
I still have that morning breath thing,
Ew.
you know.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate it.
We should keep track of
The
the microphones because I don't want to use that one anymore. Ever.
Okay, well, that was a knee doink. That's a new one. Wow. We should make T-shirts that just say doink, or like they have the mics doinking.
Yeah.
It's just doink.
Doink. Would y'all buy those? No. Oh, sad.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Well, goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Peace.
See you next week.
See you next week.